change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't want to see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor, or the governor, and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch, yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do, okay y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws, they the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the 3rd branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon ain't had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in, cause they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back, grocery store food better, custody of your kids back, homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the pros.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up, so they can make that decision for you. Vote.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first African-American President of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes, I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us. And that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012. I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can. And everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke. I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own. Ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the man's name. I ain't never seen him.
This episode of the Cab Grand Rising Show is brought to you by Autochthonous Assembly, where the real work gets done. For the first-time visitors who may be wondering who Autochthonous Assembly is, Autochthonous Assembly, or A2 for short, is a gathering of minds that do the work. A2 is a non-profit organization dedicated to raising up Indigenous Americans' voices by using genealogy, also known as family history or family tree. Genealogy is the study of families and the tracing of their lineages in history. Genealogists use oral interviews, historical records, genetic analysis, and other records to obtain information about a family and to demonstrate kinship and pedigrees of its members. Autochthonous Assembly's core values are the foundation of its company, essential to its success, and serves as the lens through which it evaluates every business decision. The core values are integrity, know and do what is right, respect, treating others the way you want to be treated, responsibility, embrace opportunities to contribute, servant leadership, serve the common good. Along with a key emphasis on genealogy, A2 is also committed to providing our communities with information and access to available grants and funding through the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the United States Department of Agriculture, the Farm Service Agency, and other departments and agencies that offer programs to help them become self-sufficient. Building on a strong community reputation, Autochthonous Assembly continues to strengthen the growth of the relationship and development of our communities. Peace and Grand Rising.
Warning, warning, warning. Hard hats, pickaxe, shovels, boots required.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can we get a show of ones in the chat if the volume is coming through? All right, we're live. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2.
Mic check. Is this the Cat Grand Rising show? Oh, we can be heard. We can be heard. I got some ones. We got some ones. David Corey showing off in the chat, of course. Talking about some reason bed.
All right, everything should be coming in clear. Just waiting for Coach and Phoenix to get ready, and we'll switch over. Time to go live. So, how's everyone on the panel been doing?
I need a nap.
I need a new back.
Yeah, you ain't treat your back right, and I ain't treat my sleep right. Something's got to change. This is not what I signed up for.
I don't even know if there was a sign up. It's just one of those things. I don't think there was a disclosure.
He said he showed it on Zoom. Oh yeah, Gabrielle was just talking about that. You showing off on Zoom and online.
Man, yeah, he built a whole raised bed box. Gave me some ideas because he said he got his wood from the panels, the 8-foot panels from Lowe's. And he just cut the 8-foot panels. I think he cut 2 feet off. So it basically wind up being 6 feet long, 2 feet wide. But yeah, them boxes look good. I didn't even, I had questions about my little flowers. But yeah, playing catch up to David Corey, yeah. I don't even want to play catch up. I just want to watch from afar.
Right.
It ain't even one day I'll get there. Nah, you there.
I don't even look. I keep my
Oh my goodness, his cabbage is so beautiful.
I just remember seeing kale the other day, and I want kale chips.
Cabbages that look like a Cabbage Patch commercial. I mean, you know you're gonna see little baby heads come out.
Oh man, your head bad. Talking about peace to the chat.
Oh my bad. He got purple cabbages that look like
Seymour.
Feed me, Seymour.
I know you was gonna say. I know you talking about.
I'm so serious. Them leaves was a little bit too big. I told him take get the air, get a balloon, get a bag, swoop up some air in it, get a bucket and save up some rain in it, and get a box and put some dirt in it and ship it to me.
Oh, you're trying to get the atmosphere. I need that purple kale to be as big as it is at your house as it is in my house.
I'm telling you, his stuff, oh man, it is beautiful. That stuff sprouting up so much and so big.
He said trying.
You keep saying trying. Them leaves on that cabbage looked as big as fans. You know them church fans?
Yeah. Martin Luther King on it.
Yes.
When can I come to your neighborhood and mess your vegetables up?
I'm trying to tell you.
You
Had
can't.
trees up there, fruit trees and everything. I'm like, man, well, where you get that at? He in a whole another state. You know what? Hold on.
I heard somebody say they had an olive tree yesterday. David Corey, you got an olive tree?
He does have an olive tree. Got
Play
an
too
olive
much.
tree, avocado. Man, look, I'm bringing the whole family. We just gonna take a trip.
We got to go pick some trees up in Texas. Clearly, they hating on trees in Virginia and in North Carolina because I ain't seen
Yeah, they are.
no olive trees or no avocado trees. They hating. I got to make my own avocado tree out the compost heap.
How far? I want to know how far is North Carolina. I wonder if he could pick it up and just throw it, and I'll catch it in the air.
What, like a Nerf ball with a
Yeah.
wing on the back of it? What? Throw the root ball first. Man, as we live. Yo, peace to the chat, yo. Okay, shout out to David Corey,
Baby.
Latanya Cates, Grand Rising is still the rising. We got 40 minutes on EST. The Ohio player, PG's and Poe, Grand Rising. Latanya Cates again, Wild Indian Roots, peace. Michael Brown Harris Cheek, Grand Rising. Mike Easton, hope you got your feet covered up. Who else we got in here? Don't come to DC. And that's it right now. Peace to the chats. Peace to everywhere we at right now. Bones got it covered. And I think they are live, if I'm not mistaken. If I miss anybody, I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, Bones, you want to swap it out?
Swap it out. Swap it out.
I don't know if we can be condoning any of the accents right now. See, he know what I'm talking about. She know what I'm talking about.
So not sure. SH just put a comment in the chat. Not sure what that's about. I personally don't know that to be true because I was never told that when I made my calls.
Yeah, I haven't had that experience. Gabrielle, if you want to expound on what you experienced when you... Are we live right now? Hold on. Oh, I started buffering my bad. Can I be heard? Can I be heard?
People, if possible.
I think so. Let me turn my YouTube.
Oh, we switching over.
Hold on. Let me, SH, hold on, about to drop the link and email address, and we can definitely get your questions answered after the stream.
Right.
Let me try to get that in there. What's going on, chat? Peace, Gary.
Carrie.
All right, SH, the email, take down the email address and just send exactly what you just typed to our email, and we will look into that and contact you back. And the Zoom link is also something you should save, because later on today we most likely will be on there until tomorrow's rising.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we gonna be there.
I don't know when they shut it down. I know at 12:38. I think that's unconscious.
It was me. I had both the phones on the Zoom link, and then I tried to leave, and then the other one was still on. I was like, oh, okay. So it's not over. The party's not over.
Possible. Or
but no, yeah, I ended it. It was about one or two, something like that. Still ain't go to bed.
Wait, are we still live?
No, we live. I think Bone's switching us over. But yeah, SH, I think they heard me. I think we got we got a delay anyway. It's about 10 seconds. Mike Easton, were you doing capoeira in the garden? Is that why you got stung on the foot? I'm trying to figure this out.
I got to kill this all audio right now.
Oh, man, I wanted to find out.
narrative about how they're handling it. Trace Act. Now, you went through this before, so I won't spend a whole lot of time with this, but it's a couple things I want to make sure we look at so that the audience understands what's going on here with this. The title of this is to authorize the Secretary of Health and Human Services to award grants to eligible entities to conduct diagnostic testing for COVID-19 and related activities such as contact tracing through mobile health units and as necessary at individuals' residences and for other purposes. Now, this is very open language, and anyone who's read legal documents in terms of laws being passed and this kind of language that's used in these kinds of documents know that allows a lot of wiggle room. And the reason why it allows so much wiggle room is because the next phase of this is what the government has wanted out of us, not just the United States government. I'm talking about other entities like the World Health Organization have wanted out of us for a long time, and that's to track our movement and trace our interactions with others. Hence why it's referring to contact tracing. It's the same thing Dr. Birx was talking about when she meant sentinel surveillance. This was done in the 90s as well, and this is done really since the 90s, as they tracked several diseases like Ebola, like SARS, swine flu, things like that. This is no different, but this is going to be what they're going to try to do on a much larger scale. See, when H1N1 and the swine flu became an epidemic, they were more contained than this, but the sentinel surveillance was also more contained. We didn't lock down the whole country and the whole world because the swine flu got out, or H1N1 or SARS or whatever have you. Ebola is as contagious as Ebola is. There still wasn't a worldwide lockdown like we're seeing now. So this is going to be done at a much wider level. This is actually going on in other countries as well. And so I don't run my mouth too much at one time, because I know there's a lot of information. But the World Health Organization talks about sentinel surveillance here, and this is a little bit more of what Dr. Birx was talking about. And this is something that, because it's the World Health Organization, this is something that is happening not only here, that they're suggesting here, but they're also talking about in places like Ireland and other parts of the EU and in Asia and South America. So this is going to be something that's going to be attempted globally, but we want to focus on where it's affecting us and how it's affecting us. So it says here, under the World Health Organization, under sentinel surveillance, a sentinel surveillance system is used when high quality data are needed about a particular disease that cannot be obtained through a passive system. Selected reporting units with a high probability of seeing cases of the disease in question, good laboratory facilities, and experienced, well-qualified staff identify and notify on certain diseases. Whereas most passive surveillance systems receive data from as many health workers or health facilities as possible, a sentinel system deliberately involves only a limited network, of carefully selected reporting sites. For example, a network of large hospitals might be used to collect high-quality data on various diseases and their causative organism, such as invasive bacterial disease caused by Haemophilus influenza type B. So meningococcus and pneumococcus. So like essentially pneumonia and influenza caused pneumonia. Now, this is not only them. This is the data collection part. The other part is what I wanted to show everybody from this video here. And this is a video, again, I'm not going to show this because I don't want it to get flagged or anything, but this is a press conference where it was stated that, and this is in Ventura County in California. This is a program where they said they were going to start testing, where they were going to try to have individuals who were suspected, not documented, but suspected of having COVID-19 to be traced back to their home, to be visited at home, and if individuals within their household were found to be infected, they would be removed. Even if you had, let's say if you weren't infected, but your child had been because he got out and came into contact with somebody, that child would be removed and moved to some other housing to be quarantined. And then you're talking at that point 2 weeks to a month. So I wanted to underscore how important what they're talking about doing is. Because this bill, this House resolution bill, again, it hasn't been debated yet. So a lot of text hasn't been added to this yet. But should this bill get through Congress and get to the president's desk and get signed, this is what's going to be law. And it's important because they're talking about doing this, and this goes beyond just our community, just beyond. The American Indians. This is a national thing. They're talking about taking people that are classified as being white, Asian, everything else. This is all of us. And why this is important to our community is that we have a power. I'll go ahead and stop sharing my screen now. I've looked at all the resources I needed to for the moment. But we have a power in politics that our community doesn't understand. But people in politics do understand. When they went and gave us Barack Obama, we were given that candidate for president. And by their measurements, 90-something% of our community showed up to vote for him to be president. That wouldn't have happened if our people didn't show up, which also shows that there are many more of us, and you guys already know this, many more of us than are reported or cited in statistics. But because of that, we have a power when it comes to representation in our government, that we have largely unused for our own purposes. We've used them for other people's purposes, but not our own. And situations like this is where we need to actually use that power. This is where our enfranchisement and our rights as citizens needs to be used for our benefit and to protect our rights. And this is where we have to cite, as Sister Phoenix Moon has shown in the previous discussion about this, the list of representatives that have co-signed this already. Because they think it's a good idea, and some group
who in fact the people are. In whichever aspect it is, especially when it comes to something so serious as much, as this health situation. And that goes contrary to whatever anyone's opinion is. There still has to be some sort of breadcrumbs. We know what the facts are. The facts are there's some crazy stuff going on, and our people of color, period, are directly affected, right? The common citizen outside of the every community. Community is essentially vulnerable here at this time. And this is the part where we have to take some sort of activities. We don't know any lobbyists. How many people